and welcome to Crafting Unedited. I am Sierra and today I'm going to show you how to sublimate onto enamel, aluminum, stainless steel mugs. Not just tumblers, we're going to do both a camper mug, which is what I call them, and a tumbler. So I have here 20 ounce skinny iridescent tumbler from Heat Transfer Warehouse. This is how they come. They also come with the rubber bottom and a lid and a straw, but you don't need that stuff to sublimate onto them. You just need alcohol prep pads or a paper towel with alcohol on it, just to clean it off. I've already done that. That's why I'm holding it like this. And then also same thing with this one. I'm touching it by the handle because, sorry, there's something stuck to my foot. Because I don't want to touch the outside because I've already cleaned it. So you just take a alcohol wipe or a paper towel with rubbing alcohol on it, and you just gently smooth over the surface. Now you can see here I've got a little bit of fuzzies, so I'm going to usually take a towel, but I don't have one. So I'm going to take the sleeve of my sweater and just get all the fuzzies off, because we don't want those when we're transferring images. We want it to be a very clear surface. There we go. Same thing with the tumbler. Wiped off. This is the 10 ounce stainless steel mug. It does come with just the lid. This does not have the closure lid. It's just a sip lid is what I call it. But these are the ones with the squared off handle. I'll post the link in the description for you. But that's what we're sublimating on today. I have a couple of images for these. For the tumbler, we are going to do 'Tis the Season. Had to do it. Love my little Debbie cakes. And this is on, what paper did I put this one on? Goodness gracious. This is on HTV Ront paper. I'll put the link for both of these papers in here, but this is HTV Ront paper. And these two little guys here are on Walla sub paper. So I have two different types of sublimation paper too, so that you can see the differences. Now, I'm noticing, or I just noticed, this is off center and I don't really like it, the bottom part. So I'm going to cut this off, recenter it, and then put it back together. Don't want to keep you hanging on the video, so I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got that all taped back up, we're going to tape my images to the tumbler. So basically you need tumbler, images, thermal tape, or heat resistant tape, whichever one you prefer. Heat Transfer Warehouse does have a fabulous thermo tape. I just don't have any currently, so this is what we are using. This is from Amazon. And then you need scissors, butcher paper. If you can't find butcher paper, craft paper, basically anything that's going to not stick to your press and also not transfer the image onto, or the ink onto your press. I don't know why words are so hard sometimes, you know, it just is what it is. So we're going to take my image and wrap it around, and because I cut it, it's going to be a little funky to wrap, but gonna wrap it around like so, kind of. Then you're gonna take tape and tape that baby down. Tape it down as much as you possibly can in any piece or part. Reason being, you might think it's excessive, but it's not. You can also use the shrink wrap sleeves or the tumbler wraps. I don't have either one of those, so we're taping it. You want to get it taped on there as much as you possibly can, but you don't have to go like over the top. Mainly so that there are no gaps. See, like right here, you see between the paper and the tumbler, there's a little bit of an air pocket. You don't want that. You want to avoid that. So what I do, I'm not going to record while I do it, is I tape around the top of my image, around the bottom of the image, the sides, and anywhere that there could be air peeping through. I'm going to tape this one up, I'll tape that one up, and then I'll explain when I'm all done. Alrighty, I've got my stuff all taped up here. I'm gonna show you the finished product. So you can see here, anywhere that could have like bubbled up. So when I tape the top, then I tape the bottom, then I tape the sides. The reason is so that I can see where there might be a pocket of air or something might get in the way. Like when you do the top and the bottom, the sides kind of pop out right here sometimes. So you want to make sure that you tape those down. I also, you know, am not afraid to use tape, a lot of tape. So I do recommend using heat resistant tape because it's not going to melt in your press. So I have my press set at 400 degrees, 400 for 60 seconds. That is the time for both of these materials. Both of these require 60 full seconds of a press and 400 degrees, no less. That's the manufacturer's website instructions, and that is what I recommend. The only thing that I'm a little concerned with is a couple weeks ago, I had an issue with the Walla sub paper because I overheated it. I guess that it's not supposed to go above like 365, 375. So we're going to see how it turns out on a cup. That was on a shirt, so we'll find out. Got my press set up. I've got my butcher paper out. I'm going to turn the camera so that you can see what I'm doing down here. Maybe. I have a messy floor, don't judge me. In my opinion, if you don't have a messy craft room, you are not a crafter. All right, so you can see my full setup here. You can't see the temperature because it's on the other side of this. I didn't want to take my t-shirt platen off of the press, so this is what we get. So basically what I do is I take my sheet of butcher paper and I wrap it around my mug here, and I hold it just like this so that I know where my handle is. And then I just slide it into the press. Usually goes a lot smoother than this. What is happening? It doesn't want to go in. There we go. And then I can see through the butcher paper where my mug is. It needs to be up just a little bit more. Making sure that all my surfaces are covered with both the press and the paper. And then because this press is not meant to fit this mug, I have to really carefully watch the press time and whatnot. And my edges are a little bit over. So I have to hold it. Just because this press is not meant for a tumbler this or a mug this big. There's the timer. And then I'm just going to hold it and talk to you for 60 seconds about subscribing to my YouTube channel. Making sure that you know, like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, comment, all that good stuff. Not entirely sure why it's sizzling right now. I'm a little concerned, but that's okay. So I should have paused the video, but that's okay. You get to hear me chat for another 30 seconds, which isn't terrible. It could be worse. The tumbler, I don't have to hold it, so I can pause it. So the only concern that I have right now is that my design does kind of go over closer to the handle. So it might not go all the way over, and I'm hoping that it does because I don't want to have to hold this again. Alrighty, almost there, about 10 seconds left. This might cause me to get a bigger mug press, guys. Just might. Alright, so we're going to turn the timer off. For this one, I don't necessarily need a glove because I have the handle. I'm looking to see if I need to press the side again. I'm going to need to use my tweezers that I do not know where they are. So basically what I want to do is take my tweezers, which I have no idea where I put them, and just kind of lift this corner right here, to see if I need to press right here, because in my press, this part wasn't fully on. And I don't know if it was just the tape that wasn't on all the way. This is probably going to burn. I don't recommend you guys doing this unless you know what you're doing, because you can get shadowing, ghosting, all that good stuff. I got my image on there pretty tight, obviously here. Trying to do this so that I don't tear up the mug itself or burn myself, but because the mug is very hot. Got the tape up. Again, trying to remove as little as possible. It's got a little fading, but it's not too bad, but I also don't like it very much on that part. So what I'm going to do is just slide it back in, but I'm only going to slide it over to this side a little bit. Whew, that's hot. That way I don't burn it and I can get that one side. Oops. There we go. So with this, I don't need to press it for very long because it is just a little bit lighter. It's not significantly lighter than the rest. This is for customers, so I want to make sure that it's done right. I don't want it to be all wonky or faded, so just going to give it a little extra of a press. Again, pulling it out, it's very, very hot. Now I'm going to double check the other side as well. When tape comes off that clean, I try to reuse it. Okay, that side is good. So we are going to go ahead and peel this off here. I want to try to peel it off in one quick swoop, maybe, to avoid any ghosting. Oh, that is just freaking adorable. There's one side. And then this should just carry over and continue to peel off. Oh my Lanta, I just love this. It's beautiful. And this, my friends, see right here, I just did it just a little bit and it matches perfectly now. It's beautiful, guys. It's hot still. So I'm going to put this on the floor because if I put it on the table is plastic, might melt. All right, so I don't have to close this, but I do have to do it in two sections. So when you have a tumbler and you have a press that is not long enough for said tumbler, you got to do it in sections. So what I do is I take a pen, again, of which I cannot find, and I mark where the tumbler stops. And because my press is set up pretty weird right now, I'm going to do it differently. So, again, wrapping. I have hair everywhere, guys. The tumbler in the butcher paper, that stuff. And because I've got my seam right here, this is the part that's going to be facing upward in my press. So we're going to go ahead and put this in, making sure that I get it all the way in. And then I'm going to take my pen and mark on the tumbler, preferably without knocking it out of the press, where my press plate ends so that I don't overcook any part of it. Maybe. My pen doesn't want to write, guys. handwriting. That's okay. I can see it. So, going to turn so that the seam is closer to the middle. And then, again, making sure that it's in the press and my hair is not. This is not tight enough, so I'm going to tighten it up. I need a new tumbler press, guys. It's quite apparent. And then, there we go. Beautiful, and then we're gonna set the timer. 60 seconds. And now I'm gonna have to turn it probably at about 30 seconds and then do an additional 10 seconds because there's a little gap between where my tumbler press is not closing all the way, which is a pain in my butt. But there's nothing I can do about it, guys. It just is what it is. I don't know why. It doesn't want to work for me. But it doesn't. So this is where we are. All right, we're at 30 seconds, so I'm going to give it a quick turn. Try to get that seam over where it should. Press more. I need a tumbler press for this stuff, guys. I don't do a lot of tumblers though, so maybe not. I don't know. This method works. So we'll see. All right, we're almost at the 60-second mark, so I'm gonna go ahead, turn the timer off, but then I'm gonna turn it again and give it a quick count to 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just to be safe, we're gonna do it again the other way. Turn it as far as my butcher paper will let me. As you turn it, if you're doing it this way, make sure that you're not pushing it out of the other end. There we go, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to pull it out. Let that gas for a minute while I find, you can see the gas. I need a towel so that I can hold this thing without burning my hand off. I just need to move the butcher paper down. Ooh. It's so hot. There we go. Alrighty, and now we're going to press the other side. Same thing, making sure that we get it all the way to the back of the press here, like so, and it should line up evenly with where I marked it, but I can't see that without burning myself right now. There it is. Roughly, yeah. Okay, we're in the press all the way. We're gonna do the same thing, close it up, 60 seconds, and we're off. So it has a perfect contact. It's not too wide for it. It's just not closing right here. And this does have a lever that I can tighten it and open it more, but for some reason it's just like slipping. I'm not entirely sure what's happening or why, but right now I don't really have a whole lot of time to figure it out. So maybe after I'm done with the video. Oh, it's going. Oh, look at that. I don't recommend doing this while it's hot. Just saying, guys. You could burn yourself. As the metal on the back side of this part gets really, 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 really hot. I'm getting there. It's almost closed, guys. See, before I could turn this, and there's probably no turning it now. Yeah, there's no turning it. It's in there. And I have less of a gap, but I still have a gap. So I'm still going to have to turn it, which isn't a big deal. It's just really hot. So we're going to loosen it up a little bit. I just tightened it all that way and now I'm loosening it. That's okay. I'm going to turn it. Maybe. Okay, we're just going to open it and turn. Again, giving it a good 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to give it a turn the other way now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. Again, let that gas out because I don't want to breathe that in. Should really have 2 towels so that I could grab the other end, but I don't have 2 towels. So I do have this Teflon sheet that I could just drop this onto here as it rolls onto the table and defeats the purpose. So here is the finished product. I'm going to actually tip the camera back up so that I can talk to you and not the table. Whoops. Hello again. Might be a little crooked, but that's okay. Alrighty, so let's pick this bad boy up and start to peeling the tape away. There's a lot of tape on this one because I had a lot of weird angles. It's still pretty darn hot. Tape is very sticky. It's tape, it's supposed to be sticky, right? I really hope I got all the angles on this one because I like this cup. It did. Sometimes I surprise myself, guys. When things go to plan, I surprise myself. Especially in this crafting business, because let me tell you, most of the time they don't. There's the trees. Oh, I can touch the bottom part now, or the top part. Bottom part's still really hot because that's the part I just pressed. Oh, it worked all the way, guys. I love when things go as planned and they work. If you've been in this crafting business, or the tumbler, or the t-shirt, you know that things don't always go to plan. They typically fail, at least once. But when they work out and they're so fun, they're so beautiful. It's just beautiful, guys. I would touch the bottom, but it's still really hot. I love every single thing about this cup. All of it. Every bit of it. It's just, look at this. You see, there's no ghosting. There's no shadowing. I did not burn the cup. Press is set at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And if it doesn't wrap all the way around, just do exactly what I did. Turn it, 10 to 20 seconds on each side, just to make sure that you get that full coverage. That's it, guys. That's all I had for you. I wanted to show you how to sublimate onto mugs. Showed you how to sublimate onto mugs and tumblers. So you got a 2-for-1, guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Is there something that you are afraid to try and you want somebody else to show you exactly how to do it? And if you F up, how to fix that? I'm your girl. So until next time, my fellow crafters, we'll see you later.